awaited project is finally done. This is the Storey building, which we have managed to construct within a period of 18 days and now is ready for handover. So I want to see how much did it cost from day 1 to day 18. What material did we use? And today we'll be getting into detail to understand what really happens now in the terms of reference, and we get the details of the quotation so that when you want to build your own poultry house, you can be able to understand from the beginning to the end. So guys, welcome as I'm unveiling this big project here, as you can see. So I just want to show you the basics of this house. So this is the shorter side where we build it on the east to west orientation. So the shorter side, we fully closed it to ensure that rain does not get into the poultry house. We fully covered this side, as you can see. Number two, the second thing we did is on this side. You can see this is now the first floor, as you can see over there. And we have now this step over here, which we shall be using now to tie the taplons up there, as you can see. Let's go around so that you may be able to see it from the beginning to the end. So this is the smaller side. This is the ventilation side, as you can see. As I've always told you that it needs to be around 4 to 5 feet ventilation, as you can see. So in this manner, here it is on the ventilation side. This is the longest side of this poultry house. You can be able to see it now on this side, simply done in a special manner. So I want us to go round first so that you may be able to see it. This is also the shorter side, but is now the downside where rain is not now getting. I decided to use the taplon to increase also the air which is going to move inside now the poultry house. Let's go also to the other side so that you may be able to see it. If you look it from this side, this is now the ground floor, the ground house. You can see the 3 feet wall, which I normally talk about. The purpose of this 3 feet wall is to prevent rain from getting into the poultry house. So we used machine cuts to have this wall done, and we plastered it to ensure that it is done in the best perfect manner possible. Up there, you can see is a 2-story poultry house. We have this step, which we shall use now to tie the taplons over there. As you can see, we will go there and see what really happens. So this is the second part of the ventilation side. As you can see, let's move so that you may be able to see it, how it looks like from the beginning to the end. Now it is done and it has dried. It is now ready to be handed over to the client. So here with me, this is now the door, now entering now to the ground floor. You can see we have finished now the whole house. This is how the ground floor looks like. We cemented it after we finished. Then this is how it will be like during the day. All those taplons on this side, they will be up. The taplons on this side will be up. And also the taplons on this side will be up during the day. And at night, when it rains, we shall have them come down to cover. This is to ensure that the birds don't get any diseases when they are in this poultry house at any given point. So these are the most basic thing you need to ensure. Ensure that you ventilate your house very well and you do everything in the most basic and simplest manner possible. So this is the ground floor. I'm going to the first floor so that we may be able to understand what really happened. You can see the first floor is made of the timber of 6-1, but you can use a timber of 8-1 in this case. But I'm going to look on them when we be now analyzing the terms of reference. You can see we also did the lighting. It's now ready to be used. It has dried. It's just a sweeping. Then we shall start now the process of having now the chicken come in this poultry house. Allow me to go to this side so that I may go to the first floor so that you may be able to see what really transpired. With me here, this is the simplest kind of a staircase I normally advise farmers to have in their poultry farms. When you are building your poultry house, don't have a very complicated staircase. Just a simple like this one, you can have it in your poultry house. So let's go up there so that we may be able to see how it looks now from the first floor. So here it is now. As you can see, now we have this step, as you have seen. We have this ventilation side. You can see the taplons or the chicken curtains up there, so that when you want now to up them up, they are always now there each and every time you want them there. Same case to this other side. Then we have the door over here. We are going to have a footbath over there, down there. where that staircase starts, and we are going to ensure that we ensure biosecurity now is in the poultry house. So this is now the entrance where we shall be using now to enter into the poultry house. Now we are now on the first floor, and this is how it looks like. We use timber 6-1. You can see the floor how it looks like, and this is the most basic thing you can do. It is very strong. You can see I'm jumping over it, and it is well done by our engineers, as you can see. So this is the best thing I'm happy about. I'm handing over this poultry house to the client soon as possible. So you can see now it is here. We have finished it. And I want us today, guys, to go step by step on the materials required to construct this poultry house so that you may not be able to make a mistake. And I've carried it so that you may be able to understand each and every aspect from the beginning to the end on this video. So with me, we shall start with the terms of reference to see terms of reference. What really comprises of the terms of reference. In this case, this is a terms of reference and a quotation of open-sided poultry house with a pitched roof, which I've just shown you before. Now we get now to the discussion. So it was for my client. I'm not going to share his name. The number is there. The date was on 19th April 2025. We constructed it in May. So the first thing on the terms of reference, we normally give now the description of the poultry house. So this was a 2-floor poultry house, the ground floor and the first floor, 30 feet by 50 feet by 17 feet height. The 30 feet is the feet now on the shorter side. The 50 is on the ventilation side, and the height is 17 feet, comprising now with the ground floor 8 feet and the 2 feet now on the ground. Then we have 7 feet on the first floor. So that is what really happens. Then we have now the sidewall heights from ground floor to first floor is the 8 feet, as I've told you. The sidewall height to first floor is now from first floor now to the tie beam. Tie beam is now this one you are seeing here is 7 feet. Then we have now the first floor type. We used timber floor. Then we have the wall height from floor to ventilation is now the 3 feet, which now we construct with the machine cut. Then we have the wire mesh ventilation, which is now around 4 to 5 feet. Then roof height, as you can see, the bar just behind me is 4 feet. Then we have the system adopted. We are going to use deep litter system now both on the ground floor and the first floor. Then the ventilation type, we have the natural ventilation. You can see now on the ventilation side, orientation is the east to west. Then the roof type, as you can see, is the gable roof design. I almost dropped my camera. Sorry for that, but we are continuing. So we also have the house type is the story, ground floor, and the first floor. Then the total birds it can accommodate is 2,500 birds. Now in this case, you can stock up to 1,500 per floor, but I advise the client to stock up to 1,500. So on the real materials we used, the first thing we used was the iron sheet. We purchased 70 iron sheets, 3 meters, and we purchased that 6 iron sheets, 2 meters, which we use now for the roofing and now covering the shorter sides. On the ridges, we purchased now 10 ridges, which we use now on the roof. On the nails, we had 2 each, 8 kgs. 3 inch, we had 30 kgs. 4 inch, we had 35 kgs. 5 inches, we had 40 kgs. And the 6 inches, 30 kgs. And we have now the chicken wire. This one we used over here. We used only 6 rows now in this manner. And we also use cement, around 70 bags. We also use the taplons, which is, we are calling now the chicken curtains. You are seeing over there. We use now the curtains. We used 10 pieces. We used virgin rubbers for roofing, 20 sachets. We used the roofing nails, 25 kgs. Then we used also the sand, which we use now for the foundation and the walling. We used 30 tons in this case. So for the ballast, we used 20 tons, and for the maram, we used 20 tons. The timber 3x2, which we use now for making now the places, the corners, and also for the runners here up there, we used 2,400 feet. And also for 4-2, we used 2,500 feet. The timber for the first floor, the 6-1, we used around 3,000 feet. And we use the roundpoles, the ones you are seeing here just behind me. We used 100 roundpoles, but now we use them up to the outside over there. We had 2 frames and 2 doors. Machine cut we used 350, and we add the PVC, which we use now for the foundation to cover the place to ensure that water does not get in there. We use now the PVC 2 rows, and we use now the door hinges 6 pieces. And then we have the labor at 33% of the total materials, and the total cost of the poultry house was 768,000 Kenya shillings. So don't be intimidated, or you wait maybe for the perfect time to start your poultry farm. What you do, go slowly by slowly, and you realize you are going to make money in your poultry farming venture. So guys, my name is Lenny, and I assist farmers to launch successful poultry farms. I'm selling Sasso F1 at 95 Kenya shillings, and we have also introduced the broilers and the commercial layers. You can call us and we'll be able to deliver to you on time. And we do not only deliver this one, we ensure that we deliver quality poultry house like this one, and we train you from the beginning to the end how you are going to go about it, how the time you are going to start your poultry farm, how the time you are going to scale. So my number is here, 0717213083. You can call me and I'll be glad to assist you launch your poultry farm. Thank you so much guys for your patience. Let's meet now on the next video.